Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. What is happening with all these high-profile corruption cases? Why is it that it's always a tariq pe tariq, the next date and the next date and the next date, on one pretext or the other, the case never gets heard? And to understand a little bit more about the inner workings of the government as well as the investigation agencies, we are joined by ace journalist Gopikrishnan. It's been a while since he graced our channel, but today here he is. Gopiji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Namaskar. After a long time seeing you. And you are
indeed.
A sensitive topic which I will hold no bars in saying what is happening.
So let's start with the 2G scam. There was a 5 crore charge sheet that CBI filed against A.Raja, and you and I know the amount of money he got as kickback. He complained to Dr. Swami that I got only this much and the total scam was this much and I went to jail. How come?
No. That is, people can laugh at CBI put Raja only on 5 crore. That is called disproportionate asset case. Whenever in a corruption case, there are 2 cases, now 3 cases. First, Prevention of Act case, which deals about the corruption. Now, then it will come to the person who has amassed disproportionate assets, public servants. That it will go. This is that they have took right now only. In 2015 they started. I heard it was 52 crore something, but they have gone to a small deal of some small company of his relatives, which I myself has wrote about, that COVID shelters and others. As an environmental minister, he has made that money. They have not come to his telecom part at all. And it was earlier, it was 52 was the figure I calculated, but now they have took only one thing, that too after so many times. Now ED came. That's the fastest thing. In this case, ED has took out that 200 crore of Kanimuri and others. That is there.
Kalainya TV, right? Kalainya TV.
That's why that Sani's dubious judgment never touched. You can collapse. ED case will collapse. ED case is always with a substitute. Is a associated case with other cases. So when the main collapsed, there is no value for the ED case. That's why the main case they're taking as a business decision and others this and that. Now let us come to the subject delay in prosecution. The problem still in India, everybody talks about arrest, raid, and arresting somebody, putting them somewhere, some time in jail, and then they get bail. Then some charge sheet is there. Then it is got this thing, and giving all this. First, now let us come to the 2G case. That's the biggest thing. In 2011 April, charge sheet was submitted. And around 2013 November, main activities were there before this Modi government came. That prosecution's main thing, the prosecution's main thing ends with the investigating officers crossing. That also ended in November 2013. Then came this government. Then you know what all happened. All of a sudden, accused lawyer who is coming to the trial court, Mr. Rohtagi, became the Attorney General of India, and the particular day he declared he landed for Shahid Balwa in that court. That's all. Then we have seen this all delay, and then we come with a dubious judgment and of Sani, which declared it as a business deal and others. This is the first time in India a petty trial judge, I use the word petty or a small-time trial judge, taking a judgment against the Supreme Court's verdict. But now it happened, and even if after this also enforcement directorate come out with a finding to the government before the judgment, the accused person's companies shares 2 weeks ago started booming. That shows that they 2 weeks ago they know that they are going to getting out. And I myself has read the charge sheet 2-3 times, and I have given my observations to everybody. That itself shows that it's a judgment prepared by somebody somewhere, and Sani put this thing, and I have wrote these are the findings. And even in the Prevention of Corruption Act, that will leave it. Within specific time, within 90 days, CBI and ED filed an appeal in the High Court in March 2018. This is the classic case. And then the government changed the special prosecutor Anand Grover and made Solicitor 𝙒𝙗𝘅 Mehta as the special prosecutor, also special prosecutor of this case. And first initial days, accused were delaying by not giving replies and this and that. Every accused will do, especially in 2G case, everybody knew that such a prevention of corruption cases, better than knowing law and others, we need an honest judge. And in Prevention of Corruption Act, so many landmark judgments are there. Even if prosecution fails somewhere, it is up to the judge to boost the prosecution and find the corrupt practices and help the prosecution. These are all landmark judges in the corruption related cases. And in this case, first judge was Justice Najmi Waziri. He's a good environmentalist judge. He has fined the accused for delaying replies by asking them to plant around 16,000 trees across Delhi areas as a fine, and this and that. And then all of a sudden, 2018, COVID and all started in 2020 April only. The entire 2 years, where was the prosecution? Where is the prosecutor? Special prosecutor, who is also a Solicitor General, 𝙒𝙗𝘅 Mehta, never came to the court. Only ASG level or junior officers come, and this accused, I will never blame the accused. They will say, one day one accused will say, I need some time. Another day accused will say, I was in the hospital. Some accused will say, my wife is a cancer patient, so he could not get this and that delays. Then the COVID came. Then 2-3 judges changed. High Court judges also changed. And the prosecutor never asked, or prosecutor means government, never asked, this is such a big case, and we need a day-to-day hearing. The government should have, a Solicitor General, who is also a special prosecutor, should have come to the court and told this to the judge. Then judge also will get the seriousness of the case. So it went on. And during the COVID time, enforcement directors, good officers approached the judge. Then there was a judge called Brajesh Sethi. They approached the judge and said that you have been hearing this case for more than a year. So you please finish this case. Your retirement is on November or something. They went in July, and day-to-day hearing happened. Around 30 days continuing hearing happened. See, I'm ashamed about India's prosecution. Entire 20-30 days, the accused argued on, you will laugh, accused argued where CBI derived the power to appeal. They asked CBI and forced CBI to show their powers, who allowed them to appeal. Then the CBI said DOPT, Department of Personnel Training under PMO, approval is there. Then they asked where is DOPT got the power? 2 days argument. Then they argued this Narendra Modi government has diluted the Prevention of Corruption Act in 2018. This judgment came in 2017. So the landmark judgment is that when the corruption happened, that whichever the act, you are prosecuted under that only. You are not prosecuted under the new act, and vice versa. So these people 5-6 days argued whether they come under new act or old act. And at last this judge, retirement day, he said that all are rejected and they will be treated under old act only. And still, in appeal case, there is a crucial procedure is leave to grant appeal, which has not yet started. Then it went to Yogesh Khanna, Justice Yogesh Khanna, who was the Nirbhaya hanging trial judge. Then again it went to one Asha Menon. Then again 1 month ago it again went to Yogesh Khanna. And September, nothing happened, and now the case is listed for November 2 and 3. See, in 2018, CBI and ED filed an appeal in a high-profile case, which is this government's biggest motto. Recently, also Prime Minister spoke in Independence Day. Also, he spoke up against corruption. But he must ask his law ministry and the prosecutors, what are you doing? The government of India, I mean the law ministry, CBI, ED, should sit together at least monthly. All the chiefs should sit together monthly and give a Excel sheet or chart and discuss what is it about this case, what is about that case, and what are the arguments, what is the present position. And I'll tell you, in trial court, this current Chief Justice of India, Lalith, was the prosecutor. Whenever opposition or accused will argue sometime, Lalith will stood up and say that, my lord, there is a limit to listening to nonsense, this kind of nonsense. Please cut down. You can't, you are to argue on this and that. This is not a script or drama company. And sometimes he would not allow the accused to go over, and even Anand Grover also some used. And this is the role of a prosecutor. Means chief of the prosecutor. When chief is itself is not coming, what to do? And so this is the status in the 2G case. I don't know what are they going to do, and why the 2018 they could have finished it 2019 itself, and making Raja and Kanimuri in jail, and these people would not have become MPs by this time. And we have a parliamentary system where accused people are in the parliamentary committees and parliamentary panels. What the speakers and deputy chairpersons are doing.
So Gopi, for our viewers' benefit, couple of quick questions. See, there is a special court to try those cases, those MPs or other officials. This is a special court. Now, this is a different court. This is a CBI court, isn't it?
No. Now it is in the High Court. Appeal.
It's a Delhi High. Okay.
Delhi High Court,
now,
because the special court, these people Sani made a dubious or bad judgment, and they have gone to the High Court. And prosecutors should make sure that daily hearing happens, speed hearing happens. It is their job.
I have a fundamental question, Gopi. The first day this judgment appeared in front of the Delhi High Court, that particular judge, could he have not said, listen, this judgment is wrong because the whole judge was appointed to determine the extent of corruption, that there was corruption, that there was malfeasance was already established. Otherwise, why did the Supreme Court cancel the 122 licenses?
No, I'll tell you. See, these things they have written by CBI and ED in their appeal application. And that appeal application has to be argued. There is a process called leave to grant appeal, which is a silly issue. One day hearing, a prosecutor comes and files, and leave to hearing is, if special prosecutor and the entire government prosecution, maximum 1 or 2 days, they could have done it. That's why I say, and even I doubt this delay or in some political maneuvering also. You know, the problem in Tamil Nadu is whoever wants to rule center. Now BJP has 270 and the 303 MPs. Otherwise, Tamil Nadu politics is always depend on the 40 MPs coming from one party or this party or that party. So I always doubt there is some big play happening, and the huge money is involved. We have seen the SpiceJet deal, how it happened, and now where it has gone. And you spoke about special courts. That's called MP MLA fast track court. One good thing Narendra Modi government did was they started MPs and MLAs accused courts. And Narendra Modi, I don't know who advised him to speak like that. 1 day, 1 year, maybe you can feel that's not India. Maybe 1 year you cannot, even in the fast track court. It will take, but you only spoke 1 year. Maybe we wanted to finish and others. But where is your prosecutors? You have forget the 2G and other things. You have n number of vacancies of prosecutors. Some areas prosecutors are from the previous government's panel. And Prime Minister said 1 year we want to. I am practically in India, because as an accused has so many rights to argue. He wants this document, that document, and he can argue. He may go to higher forums and others. But how these things will get speed up? Because things get speed up when you have an energetic, smart prosecution team. You need a chief prosecutor, government prosecutor in the court. You need to give them good salary. I will tell you, in Beaufort's time, so many CBI directors have wrote, CBI prosecutor's salary was 140 rupees per day. Why at CBI directors those days used to write to law ministry, please enhance. So 140 rupees, if you give peanuts, you will get monkeys. But that's not the high profile cases. Let us look at the high profile. Tushar Mehta is a good friend of mine also. But this he has no good team. And even after this, Narendra Modi governments, including law ministry, including attorney general, and all these things you see. Now, Rohtagi was supposed to come, then Rohtagi gone, then you come with Venkatramani. And look at the law ministers of this Narendra Modi government. First, it was Ravi Shankar Prasad. At least he was a non-lawyer. He at least has practicing lawyer. But you have given him the biggest department of telecom also. So where will he go? His interest will be on the biggest telecom, and law ministry is a number 2 ministry for him. Telecom is a great ministry. I am not going into any other comments. Then you come out with another minister, Sadananda Gowda. What is Sadananda Gowda and law ministership such a big post? Now you have Kiran Rijiju joining. He said that हमारे पास भी एक LLB degree है, हमने practice नहीं किया. This is the kind of law ministry is a big, very powerful minister who himself will be a knowledgeable person. And look at the law ministers of UPA. Pandit H.R. Bharadwaj, Kapil Sibal, Salman Khurshid, even Ashwini Kumar, who was not who himself is a knowledgeable lawyer, who is a practicing lawyer, who himself was an ASG. And look at Narendra Modi's law ministry administration is so bad, and no prosecutors proper. And see, these are all the democratically law minister also has to convene with the prosecutors and CBI and ED, income tax officers. India's highest big cases where government is a party. Government has to check what is the monthly status of the case, where this case limit delayed. The political executive or the chief prosecutor has to ask the junior prosecutors why this case is delayed, why it is getting this thing. So these things, that's why I sometimes these some getting raids and others, just you will get clapping, and others you arrest a person and after some time he will get a bail. And then what happens? And let us come to another 2 big cases of National Herald. National Herald, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi lost income tax case in all forums from tribunal to High Court in 400 crore that case. And then they lost that National Herald headquarters case against Urban Ministry also. They have to, this thing, there also they lost all forums. 2019, November, both cases, Sonia and Rahul filed a appeal against the High Court order. Their government, as usual, Supreme Court said don't use coercive forces till the final things come. 2019, you can argue that April 2020 COVID came. Okay, fine. And where is your prosecutors? Go and ask. It is up to the prosecutor to go and ask the registry, where is my case? Why it is not listed? So whom to blame? And this case also handled by none other than Tushar Mehta, and he is sadly BJP has only nowadays only one legal face, and Congress has a lot of legal luminaries. I don't know where is the BJP's lawyers. I heard and where is the we are all aware BJP has or BHP or Sangh has a advocates forum called 𝙒𝙧𝙤𝙬𝘀𝘀 Parishas. Are they in the panel? Government panel? I don't know. Who are all the government panel? Who are the income tax panel advocates? Who are all the ED panel advocates? Who are all the CBI panel advocates? You have to, these are all political, executive, law ministry, and the chief prosecutor has to looking at the speed, and they have to speed up the case by appointing good prosecutors, and in very senior cases, the chief prosecutor has to come to the court. And I'll tell you another case regarding the Chidambaram, Aircel Maxis and others, and INX Maxis case. INX Maxis case is these two cases are in the fast track case, and now COVID things are over. Now it is up to these prosecutors to make it speed up. And I'll tell a blunder committed by CBI. As an accused, Chidambaram, after filing charge sheet, any accused has a right. He will go to the trial court and say that during raid such and such documents you have been taken. Give me the copy of the document or allow me to inspect the documents you raided, you seized from my home. Chidambaram is a cunning lawyer. And he filed a normal petition. There CBI started objecting. Judge said that there are landmark judgments. It's the right of an accused. After filing the charge sheet, you cannot say we don't allow him to see. We have some other probe. We are not asking him to give the document. He is only asking you to inspect the documents you take from this thing. Give him some time. Let him go to your Malkhana means seissured material, that seissured room. Let him inspect. And trial court said that you have to give. This is his right. Then CBI went against the trial court's order and got this trial against 6 months. Who is the happiest person? Chidambaram trial is broken by the CBI itself. And High Court also slammed the CBI. Don't you know the landmark judgments? I don't know whether somebody from CBI's law side aligned with Chidambaram and delayed this for a year. INX Maxis case is an open and shut case. Why it is an open and shut case means bribe giver lady Indrani has become an approver and deposed against Chidambaram. I gave bribe. So what is the judge to say? Judge has to simply finish the procedures and record the statements and file a crossing will go on and then finish the case. Have you ever seen such a credit goes to Rajesh Singh for that this thing? Now he has become a BJP MLA. How he was hounded by these people on after this case. Have you ever heard such a case?
Does he have a law degree? Does he have a law degree?
He's an LLM. He's now practicing also. He's a practicing lawyer.
Maybe they should make him a Solicitor General on ASG and come back and try.
Yeah, he's an MLA now. He can't. Yeah, I think better government can, Uttar Pradesh government can make him a law minister.
Right.
Or government of India can next time make him as a MP and straight away make him as a law minister or at least MOS law, because he knew law. He's an LLM. He's an LLM man and practicing lawyer, and he knew law like anything. We are not going to and look at the way such a case. Why CBI delayed it by making unnecessary objections against Chidambaram's genuine demand? I personally feel somebody played this trick. And
so it's like a fixed match.
Otherwise, an accused has a right, after filing charge sheet, accused can seek the documents seized from his home. And if agency says we will not giving you, we want for further thing, but he has a right to see the papers. That's his right. And what more? This thing in the INX Maxis case, you need. What are you thinking of filing?
I think you mean INX Media. Gopi, I think you mean INX. Yeah. And you're saying INX Maxis. Yeah.
No. INX Media case is an open and shut case, and that case has very advantage for the prosecution because The bribe giver accused as admitted, confessed, and turned as an approver. So only prosecutor has to argue, cross-examine, and defense cross-examine, defense argument, and finish the case. There is nothing. Allow the judge to write. Which judge can say against this? And prosecutor in 2G scam also, that trial court judgment, there was lot of wrong communications gone from the government side, which allowed Sani to get wrong symbols, wrong signals. I'm not because I don't want to talk too much about that case. But why this delay in the High Court appeal? 2018 March filed appeal is still at the preliminary leave to grant appeal. 4 years. See,
Let's go back to 2012. The Supreme Court cancels 122 licenses. Could it have also determined the punishment for these people then and there? Why give it to a smaller court? And again, now you get a...
No. That's not Indian law. The Supreme Court case was government illegally. It's a case based on the petition filed by Subramania Swamy and Prashant Bhushan on the illegalities allotment against the government policy. And Supreme Court has gone to the extent of cancelling that licenses issued on policy, criticizing the minister. And Supreme Court has gone to the biggest extent of forming a special court for this purpose only, and asking them to go for a day-to-day hearing. And even Supreme Court has banned entire high courts across the country not to interfere into the working, because these people will go every issue challenging. No, nothing. You survive here. And that was the messages given to the trial judge also, and there are media and everybody tried to malign the Supreme Court judges, and one of the judges was hounded, his family was hounded, another judge was hounded in a fake molestation case. We have seen all these things. That's the power. And the trial court was looking into the criminality, Prevention of Corruption Act's criminality, what Raja and other telecom operators enters in the criminal, that has to come from the trial court itself. CBI cannot file charge sheet in the Supreme Court. It has to come to the trial court, then High Court and others. But there things were going fine, and for 2014-15 onwards, it got derailed. I don't know, somebody has gone with the Sabke Saath Sabke Vikas formula into the corruption deal cases, which I don't want to. I'm fed up of these people talking about these people. We have to again go and bath ourselves. That's the kind of administration gone on this, all this, but somehow it again picked up. But this picking up is basically CBI and ED working, and income tax conducting only raids, this, that, you arrest somebody, then it goes to the maximum you can put a person under 90 days or 180 days or some other things under thing. And mostly this, now the arrests are going against the political rivals. These things are going on. So that's why people's mind also, these agencies were misused for political purposes. Instead of, you are not going to your basic cases like 2G scam, Aircel Max scam, National Herald cases of income tax, National Herald cases of Urban Development Ministry, and National Herald's another case by CBI is there. Now ED has entered into the main case of the Subramania Swamy's complaint against a case also. Till date, CBI has not entered into the main case. They have only looking into the Panchkula case only. They say CBI can also enter, because that the National Herald scam time, entire directors, all the accused were two are cabinet ministers. Sonia Gandhi was a cabinet rank minister. The others are ruling party MPs. They could have put the Prevention of Corruption Act and misusing the property and other things, using misuse of power, abuse of power and others. They could have. Who will tell them these people to this thing? Why CBI is not entering into the main National Herald scam? under the Prevention of Corruption Act, because that time our main accused Sonia Gandhi was a cabinet level NAC chairperson, and Oscar Fernandez was a minister, and Maligarjo, Raja Rahul and other now no now no more. Vora was a ruling party MP, and this was based on a land allotment issue, which they misused this thing. They changed the act. They can do it, and see, this is sometimes somewhere it all depends. That's why I say Prime Minister speak about subco. That even in the speech, Independence Day latest speech also, he spoke about the corruption. But where is your prosecution? Where is your law ministry? Is this the way it is working?
So you have, first of all, not enough lawyers on the CBI for the law ministry. Second of all, there are not enough judges also, right? There's also not enough judges.
No. There is no issue of judges and others. That all judiciary and others will do their work. I am talking about the strengthness of the prosecution. Where is your team? Look at the National Herald case, 2018 to 2000, now 4 years after this. You have not yet reached the level of the preliminary leave to grant appeal, which you could have get it in 2-3 hearings. What were you doing? What were you doing in the National Herald income tax and that headquarters the removal of from the Urban Development Ministry's case? Everywhere government has won the cases in the Supreme Court from 2019. Why are your prosecutors not going to the registry and get the date? Why are you not mentioning early hearing? Why are you not telling the High Court in the 2G case, please make it as a day-to-day hearing? Every day give us 2 hours. Why it is not doing?
Well, for reasons best known, this is what is happening, Gopi. And now it has become a pattern. It has become a pattern. Case after case, the same thing. We have not seen a single case reach its logical conclusion.
No. Let me tell one thing. That's why I say the call allocation scam, call scam also, there's a special court. That special court has already convicted 7 or 8 cases. Nobody got acquitted. Everybody got conviction, and it was going properly. That prosecution did the marvelous job. So these are all, I don't know. In one case also, there was a main case which went against court, summoned Manmohan Singh in that Birla case, Aditya Mangalam Birla involved main call scam. There also prosecutor, that means government played a trick. Government kept a silence when Manmohan Singh did a trick. When the trial court, Judge Bharat Parashar, after reading the CBI's charge sheet, he asked the CBI prosecutor, everything is signed by Manmohan Singh, where is he? Why don't you, have you questioned him? So they said that this, that. Judge summoned Manmohan Singh. Do you know what Congress did? Including Sonia Gandhi, they conducted a road protest, and Manmohan Singh went to the call scam Supreme Court. He has to go to call scam cases handling bench. He has to go, but he has cleverly go to some other bench and get a stay. Why CBI did not object, saying that?
So it's a set match. It's a set match. See, the thing is,
I'll tell you. During 2G case time, Raja and Maran does this trick. They go to some other bench and they argue. After their argument, CBI prosecutor will stand up and say that, my lord, shall I say something? These people have come to this bench with unclean hands. This is a 2G scam case. They have to go to this bench. So please reject and put a fine on them. So these people will, no. So that's happened. Even if they fooled CBI, next day CBI will go to the bench and say that, sir, yesterday you passed an order, there is an issue. This has to be go to this bed. This is how the prosecutors has to work. When that time prosecutor was U.U. Lilith, this current CJI. And one day Ram Jethmalani used the word, "My lords, you have appointed a person who now acts like a demigod." That's why, that's the prosecutor's power. Prosecutor has to use his power, use his, he should never have initiate. He should knock the judiciary registry and speed up the case. But that's not happening in this government.
So why is the government doing this, in your opinion?
No, I'll tell an example. During UPA regime, that Karnataka Bellary brothers were arrested and the case was put on BJP. He was a BJP leader also. Case was put on Hyderabad bench. And you remember, Bellari's Janardhan Reddy used to bribe everybody, but CBI was watching the judge. When Bellari Janardhan Reddy took 10 crore from the, judge took the CBI district judge, took 10 crore from the Bellari brothers before giving bail. Next day morning, CBI knocked at his door and arrested the judge.
So if all this has happened in the past,
why these things did not happen on Sani?
So I was going to ask you that. 25 or 26 bails given to Chidambaram on INX Media alone.
That's in the Aircel case. That is why some good prosecutors and some investigating officers got delayed the Aircel maxes. They waited for this Sani to return. They know that Sani will click another deal with Chidambaram by discharging him straight away.
But if they know that he's going to listen, if they know that he's going to make the deals, why can't they catch him red-handed?
They can. They did it in the CBI did it in the Bellari brothers case.
I know, but why not Mr. Sani's case? What makes him so special?
District judge. See, High Court and Supreme Court judges, you cannot go there. But trial court judges are come under police and investigation. If you do illegality, they can do. Why it is? That shows that, what can I say? Fixers were also belongs to सबके साथ सबके विकास कर रहता होगा.
See, the thing about all this is time is wasted, money is wasted, and the goal is not being fulfilled, and the country is losing out on these millions stashed away in different tax havens, and then these people keep making foreign bills to keep moving things around.
And let me say something. There are a lot of foolishness, legal things happen in this government. This government come out with a Black Money Act. Now, I don't know how it is deliberated and written. The act was passed in 2016. But investigators started fixing people, did crime on predated thing. You can't do. That's a criminal case. You can't do. That's why everybody, Karthi Chidambaram went to High Court, and even Satyendra Jain also closed his case. So you have to do, but you have to register cases on income tax. Then you you try to use a new Black Money Act and try to fix their crime predated. The basic law in India is predated, you can't do. So if it is a brainy chaps in the legal mind in this government, should have told, if you want to fix him, don't use the Black Money Act on him right now. Use your normal Income Tax Act, register a case, then allow ED to take with the money laundering. When an ED comes, getting bail is a tedious thing. And look, so they should have used it. But there is no discussion going on. Some set of bureaucrats fooling this government. That's why that Prevention of Corruption Act has got diluted by this Narendra Modi government in 2018. Now CBI has no power. CBI, if you want to probe a case, they have to get clearance from the department head. How it happened? Now CBI can only take the straight cash transaction cases. If some officer asks some people, you have to give money. If that person alerts CBI, CBI will put a chemical in the knot and arrest with old red-handed red hand case. The big cases, if CBI gets to know a big corruption in a big department, and how can they, as per the current thing, they have to get a clearance from the authority of that department. You see, all the corruption happens with the top authority of the government. You are talking to the top authority, saying your juniors are doing this. That poor juniors are collecting money for this this top authority on a regular basis. See, this is how. And CBI Act has not, and this government has, they have to change the CBI's Act, that's Delhi's Police Special Act. Now, that Act in 1949 as a provision, the CBI need the clearance of the state government. If CBI wanted to arrest an income tax officer in an opposition state, Bihar, now Bihar is an opposition, they need clearance from the Bihar government, general consensus. This Act, they should change the Act. Why nobody is doing all these things? It's up to this government. Why are they not doing? They themselves have diluted the case. Now Prashant Bhushan and others has gone to the court against the dilution, but it will take time. This government itself has diluted the prevention of corruption, and they have made the CBI as a pepper tiger or toothless lion.
How much of these are political compulsions, in your opinion?
No. CBI Dilution Act was some fraud bureaucrats misled the Prime Minister, and including Arun Jaitley was behind that. They said that with the strengthness of CBI, officers feared to take actions and policies. This was a UPA, this act was mooted by UPA regime when 2G scam and call scam hit the roof. Then this was mooted by Chidambaram to cut down the CBI's power, and Arun Jaitley forwarded it, and people like so many journalists and so many big bureaucrats and top bureaucrats in Narendra Modi government even wrote an article, and they said that look at Harish Chandra, the Harish Chandra 𝙤𝙧𝙤𝙀 Gupta, called secretary. He is a very neat man, but he has been accused. My question, I have told everybody, if he is a neat man, if he is charge sheeted, let him tell truth to the court and become an approver. Citing Harish Chandra's so-called image and others, which I don't know, saying that Harish Chandra Gupta is like Raja Harish Chandra, but whatever said and done, he became accused as per CBI, and he has been convicted in 4 cases. He is out on bail. He's an old man. They are saying nobody is for him and others. They should have. He should have told the court and tell that I was forced by these people to sign, and he should have become an approver. But citing this and that, they said that officers will get a freedom to take decisions. What nonsense! I don't know who fooled Narendra Modi. All this nonsense. Officers will get a freedom. If you are not taking bribery, the current CBI Act Prevention of Corruption has diluted into just a piece of paper. If CBI gets to know about a scam or corruption, as per this Act, CBI should initially probe themselves without asking anybody or anything. Before this thing, you have to get the clearance from the head of the department of the corrupt organization where the corruption took place. What nonsense this is. And recently
we are today at this point. Is there any meaning in continuing to pursue these cases? Because clearly the bureaucrats have spun some sort of a web around Mr. Modi, and he's beginning to probably trust a few. Whatever is happening, good man is betting. Let us just give him the benefit of doubt. Good man is being let down.
I'm not giving any benefit of doubt to anybody. I'm not giving a benefit of doubt to anybody. But the issue is whether this thing. Let us wait and see what will happen. I'm just waiting. How the 2G court appeal will happen. I'm just waiting. Let us wait and watch. This is the somewhere you can't hide this drama and delay tactics and others. Let us see. Let elections will come. People will find out what all nonsense happened, or what all claims happened, what all this. Let people of India also analyze why these things are happening. And
but then this government also doesn't communicate what went wrong when things like, for example, the Sani judgment in December 2017 went wrong. This government doesn't come out and make a press release or face the press and say these are all the things that went wrong.
There is no this thing and others. CBI and ED, that time ED officer was Rajeshwar Singh. He first issued a detailed press release on that afternoon saying that this judgment has such and such errors and we will definitely appeal. And CBI also issued a press release, such and such glaring things are, we will appeal it. And they did it on the right time. They did it on the correct time, on the time limit, they did it. And where is the prosecutors? Now, after appealing, government has changed the old prosecutor saying that Anand Grover, because of his political ideology, they don't like him, he and his wife, Indira Jaisingh, is not in the good books. So they change, okay, there you have a right to change, okay, now it is fine. You put your own sources and what nonsense is happening? Why this delay? Why even he himself has not gone to the High Court till this date? Around 30-40 hearings have happened. Nothing is happening. Where is your prosecutor? Some small...
I see a lot of waste of time, waste of money, waste of effort. One side diligently prepares. Hold on. Let me finish it. Hold on. One side diligently prepares for all the cases, thinking that day their turn will come, only to see the other side ask time. Right? So somebody's time is being wasted. Prep time also is being wasted.
I don't think so. I always think...
you mean to say people know that there is going to be a Tariq per Tariq?
No. I won't think that, because our common friend, Dr. Subramania Swamy, when I met him during the 2G writings and other things, he used to tell me, you journalists have a problem. You have the nature of fast food nature. I said, you should, when you decide to take on, you should be ready for a long haul. You should ready for a long battle. And when Raja resigned, he told me, battles only, we won a battle only, war is on. So, so 2008 and 9 onwards, we have got all the scam details. That time, Swami used to say, never approach court, never. I said that why? He used to tell, haha, you are a Malayali and you don't know who is the Chief Justice of India. Let him I will go. Because
for the viewers' benefit, it was KG Balakrishnan, who was also from Kerala. Go ahead.
Because he once said in a telecom case, say that why public interest litigations are coming in a corporate disputes. And Raja, I know the case and other things. And he, these are the things we have to wait and watch. And look at in Aircel Max's case also, investigative officers of ED and CBI got it delayed because they wanted the corrupt Judge Sani to retire.
That's a long time ago, right? It's already 2 years since he retired. It's 2 years since he retired.
2019 he got retired. Now the current judge is asking CBI, please finish your work. A lot of time you are saying you want to get that document, this document from Malaysia. See, CBI always tells court says that we have given a letter of regulatory to Malaysia. We are waiting. Whenever CBI and ED say so, the name Malaysia, I could not control laughter. Malaysia will never ever given any data to India from Bofors or Octavio Kotrochi onwards. And in this Aircel Max's cases, 2 accused are Malaysian citizens. You are not going to get T. Anandakrishnan. T. Anandakrishnan is like Ratan Tata of India and his deputy marshal. Malaysia is not going to give. It is like you are not going to get it. Accused Chidambaram, you have to deal with Chidambaram, and you have Indian accused with you. So deal with them. So that case may take some time. But you have an INX Max's case against Chidambaram, where you bribe giver has declared more than enough, everything. I think I once told you what all she...
Oh, yeah. We've gone through that. See, the viewers who spawned hope. India's fond hope is at least Mr. Chidambaram smelt the air of Tihar for 106 days. They are hoping that Madam Sonia Gandhi will get at least a few days, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Madam Priyanka Gandhi, Robert Vadra, Karti Chidambaram, all these are, these are like black and white. These guys are all.
And I'm talking about what is the status of cases against Robert Vadra? Even no FIRs. Why?
Well, you live in Delhi. I don't. So you should be telling us what the answer also is.
There was a cabinet minister always used to say, if you arrest Chidambaram, Parliament will not go. And his arrest happened, that minister dead. So,
well, viewers can connect the dots here as to who he's referring to. Let's take some questions now. Gopi, I think this is an unfinished subject. This is like, what do you call that? 𝙒𝙬𝙤𝘅. This is a story like that. Unfinished.
And deep state.
And deep state.
And deep state. Here I said the deep state is, you have to see something. In telecom scandal, in call scam during the UPA or any other scam of UPA, the same are the bribe givers. Bribe giver corporates as not yet penalized. Bribe givers are in call scam, Tata was involved, Birla was involved. In main 2G scandal, it started with Anil Ambani and Ratan Tata's dual policy. Nobody has touched it. And neither Radia case, CBI, Supreme Court, after hearing this thing, they have listed around 12 corruption cases, deals, talking. They named in the order, this. What CBI 2015 responded back in a sealed cover, we questioned everybody, but we did not find any criminality. And this cover is open 7 years after. And we don't know nothing. And all the officers is gone. Somebody has retired. Somebody has left.
Listen, all I'm saying is, you and I spent a lot of time, my friend, writing all these things.
The deep state is including the corporates. The bribe givers are the same. Who will be the PWD minister? A road contractor is same. The point. Whoever be
they're not going to get religion suddenly.
Whoever be the electricity minister, whichever may be the party, the bribe giver, the vendor is same. Same in the corporates, whether in telecom, whether in call scam, whether in defense scams. There is a defense scam raised by then General, who is also a minister now. How the way this government diluted that case, General VK Singh's trust.
And also one other unfortunate thing that is happening is more money, more power going to fewer individuals. So these people will become too big to jail.
No. I see. Let us be frank and everybody. The corruption during the UPA period, see, it's not established anywhere. We can. I have just said the case. Why the cases against the UPA scams are delayed, or 2G scam like things are made fixed in the trial court judgment, because the scamsters are the same corporates still there. They are bankrupts now also, still they are not jailed. Only person with 900 crore dues ran away, Vijay Mallya ran away, but the people with long NPS and willful defaulters are still there. They even have London bank cases. One of the corporates in India cannot go to any other country favorable with China, because China will fix him up for looting the Chinese banks. He has taken the loan from Chinese banks to put the equipments, Chinese equipments in Indian telecom and Indian power sector. Whether the same gang is still operating. They are getting defense contracts. They are entering into defense without nothing. And look at the.
I don't know. All we can say is we have taken the thermometer and the thermometer says the patient has a fever. Beyond that, I don't know what you and I can do, Gopi. Let's take some questions now.
We will, as a journalist, I will, whenever I find, if my medium permits or if I can do, I will write against it, and I will do in a 2G case. I gone beyond the limit as a journalist. I became a complainant. I associated with Subramanian Swamy. I associated with Prashant Bhushan in delivering cases and assisting them. I will go with that.
Well, I admire your perseverance, because beyond that, I don't know what else to do. We both are in this because we can't just give up. This is a long haul. That's what we are doing. So anyway, let's wish both of us good luck, because at some point our perseverance will be paid. And let's take some questions for now.
No, I don't think whether it is paid or not, because I learned karmanye vadigarastya mabaleshu kathajana. Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, God will determine something. Either that or something else. Maybe next Janma. Who knows? Next questions, please. First question from Cafe Domus. Will UCC be coming before 2024 after Chandrachud?
Oh, come on. UCC, first, people of India or the people talking in social media, they don't know what is UCC. Uniform Civil Code of what? Uniform Civil Code on marriage rules, Uniform Civil Code on divorce rules, and Uniform Civil Code of property sharing to the next generation. But basically it is marriage and divorce rules. And it has to be unified with whom? In Hindu community itself has so many marriage rules. I am not, being a Keralite, I don't agree with the North India's marriage rules. In Kerala, normally in Hindu community, there is a custom of marrying uncle's daughter. Can Government of India tell Keralite upper caste and lower OBCs today onwards, you cannot marry this? And in Christianity, blood relation marriages is not at all allowed. And in Hindu community, but you have to make a general rule. But how will it? It's a long. We have not yet this government or previous government, when triple talaq case, Muslim women were fighting in the against the triple talaq is not yet banned. Only banned is instant triple talaq. Husband out of anger saying in a minute 2-3 talaqs is called that instant talaq. That is only banned. There also government did not utter a word, and court has passed this, and court has asked the government to make a law. Now other type of talaqs are still in the court and government has not yet made. There is another talaq case yesterday I saw in the news feed. Muslim women has gone against, there is a talaq case something, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month talaq telling. That also government has not done. And forget that nikah halala, barbaric method. Some Muslim women has approached the Supreme Court and government has not yet taken a stand. In this country, you are talking about uniform with whom? Even Hindus cannot be united. Christians have a rule, and Christians normally divorce is not at all permitted.
Oh, you're talking about Catholics?
Not Catholic. Most of the Christian, very rarest of rare, it is permitted. So the divorce laws, Christian Marriage Act, there is another thing. Even one party can go to the court and seek for divorce, and then there is another issue. Then she should be out from the church. Nobody will go out of the church because you can't cremate the body. So you have to.
Gopi, excommunicated. Yeah, Gopi. Let me ask you, simplify it a little bit. It's not as bad as it sounds. There are countries who have uniform civil code, and it's not like India wrote the constitution from the first line.
the best explanation was given in Parliament by Narasimha Rao. Because when Vajpayee government's 13-day government came, trust vote time, Vajpayee said that you were claiming about uniform civil code, this and that. He gave in his 30-40 minute speech, he has given a good speech on the difficulties in implementation and talking a lot on the panacea called Uniform Civil Code and others. It will not. And there are rules about the family division. Hindus have different rule, Muslims have different rule, Christians have different rule. Only rarely courts will, in that Mary Roy case, ladies has no, girls have no, this thing maximum 5,000 rupees. Basically, it will go to all these things. It is just like passing anti-dowry law. What is the use of anti-dowry law? What is the use of anti-dowry law in practice? What is happening? If objection you can but you cannot prove in the court of law. And what is the rate of bridegroom in the country when the civil service results are coming? IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS results are coming. What is the dowry rates happening in the country?
Well, I hope, Cafe Domus, you got your answer.
I said that uniform civil code is a panacea, or you can talk. Uniform with whom? So, Sri Iyer, you belong to Iyer community, I belong to Kerala's Nair community. Our rules are different. Our own Hindu rules are different. Our own temple rules are different. We have seen a country, all the right-wingers talking for women entry in the mosque.
You know something.
But when it comes to Sabarimala, we have seen people cursing people. See, now the hijab argument. So the people, these are the so many perspectives.
All right, let's get back to Manusmriti now. Just kidding. Next question from T.K. Swaminathan. Section 313 of criminal PC, personal code. I don't know what that. Criminal CRPC. CRPC empowers the court to ask questions and proceed, and seldom court uses this CRPC.
Yes. No. That is in a trial after prosecution's argument. Then after prosecution's argument, judge will ask certain questions to the accused. Answer this, answer this, answer this. And after that, there is a defense argument will go on. That's it. The 313 is a standard process. In 2G scam case, this Sani asked 1,800 questions to accused Raja and others. 1,800, and normally 313 questions are the basis of the judge. It shows the mind of the judge. As per 313, Sani was fine. Sani asked 1,800 questions, and among the answers giving, Shahid Balwa did a perjury, which CBI found and reported to the judge. And that day, Sani said that in front of Rohtaki, he said that my mind wants to put you in Tihar in this night. He did a perjury in the answer sheet. He did a fraud in the answer sheet to fool the judge. So the 313 is a normal procedure. 313 is a question sought by the judge after hearing the prosecution. Judge wanted to ask some questions to the accused. That answer, accused has to give it in writing to the judge. That is normally known as the mind of the judge. In this case, it must be the highest in the Guinness Book of entire. He asked 1,800 questions.
You know what? in US, we have a term for this. It's called third value. Third value means you take the book and drop it on the floor with so many questions. The document is so heavy, it will create a big noise. So that's what it looks like anyway.
No. This India's 313 is a very serious thing. Judge is asking questions after prosecution of the accused means it is the judge's doubt. Is this one question number one, question number two? And normally, if you read the question, you can understand what is the judgment coming. That is called the mind of the judge.
But then 180 degrees between what was asked and what came out.
That's called somebody played the Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas.
Well, you take any corruption case, it's a usual set of players. The same corporate, same politicians.
No. But in cold scam, we are talking about all negativities. Cold scam, 99% of the cases, around 7 or 8 or 10 cases, conviction happen. So
when did this finish? The last case, last conviction?
1 month ago, one conviction. There also that call secretary was convicted. He was convicted in the 4 cases. All the 4 cases, now 3 cases pending.
Well, all right, there is a silver lining somewhere.
And in the some other, what you call Lalu's cases also convictions happen. And that's why Lalu cannot enter the election fray. Well,
we have covered the entire gamut of politicians, including Congress blackmailing SP. So I laugh because there's so much work that was put in, and yet nobody has really seen the jail. They haven't seen the air of the jail. They haven't breathed the air of the jail. MD Ravikant wants to know, with Modi micromanaging everything through his PMO, is it not Modi not taking interest in taking the case to logical conclusion, the reason for high-profile cases not being handled properly?
I will say passing of the buck. I think US President's room has a board called, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Truman said that. Passing the buck. The buck stops with me.
Yeah. So what is that? Why it is delayed? Why the prosecutors are not coming? Why you have not asked the CBI? CBI is totally under Prime Minister. Ask the CBI what is the status of your prosecution cases. Ask the ED and monthly there should be a sitting of the ED heads and CBI heads on their own cases. What is the status? They call the prosecutors. Have to do this. That was the system there.
Anyway, only they can answer. We can't. We can only say that this is what we think it should be. And Kaffe Domus again back with another question: has ED gone cold on National Herald?
ED started the work, though it is delayed, and I am not saying too much. It was supposed to happen in 2015 itself, but it got delayed. And anyway, ED started. Did a good job by calling Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. Summoning Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi is not a simple thing. That government did it. Now, where it goes? Now, let us see how the charge sheet will go on. Whether CBI also will take up. Because this case, I will tell the case. Once Subramania Swamy filed a case against Jayalalitha. It was an open and shut case where Jayalalitha went to the jail. But when Karunanidhi came, state vigilance took over the case. CBI has that power to took over the case from Swamy. Why putting a private person daily running to this court and every day going to that court, this court to this thing? 2015 onwards, if CBI wanted, they could have taken over the case of Swamy's case to themselves and add prevention of corruption cases. That time Sonia was a cabinet person, and these are ruling ministers. Oscar Fernandez was a cabinet minister. So Prevention of Corruption Act and the public asset of the lands, misuse of the assets, everything is there. It was initiated by the Tamil, what do you say, Haryana government, Haryana Chief Minister initiated the case.
Yeah.
Haryana Chief Minister initiated the 𝙤𝙀𝑗𝑎 land case, and he handed over to CBI saying that this is a nationwide land scam issue, you do it.
You're talking ML Khattar.
But Devendra Fadnavis' government did nothing. They have a huge building, AJL complex.
And they have still not done anything.
CBI can now ED has attached that building provisionally. But why in that cases they have not mixed the main Swami's case? Now they have mixed it, but not with the 𝙤𝙀𝑗𝑎 case. So these are why it is delay. I'm not asking. I'm not saying enjoying. I don't have the purpose of enjoying people, putting people in jail and others. Let them face the law. Let them face the trial, and let the judiciary be honest. Prosecutors be smart. These are all open and shut cases.
Mr. Lee wants to know, what are the antecedents of Judge OP Sani? Do the 2G culprits prefer him? If so, why?
The Sani was a small-time trial judge, and so he was strong up to 2014. He was strong. He has put everybody in jail. Even Raja got bail after 18 months or 19 months. Kanimuri got bail after 7 months. So that was the toughness he has shown. But somewhere the entire atmosphere has changed. He also got, and this is thousands of crore case. There are this is not about Raja going to jail, or there are big corporates like Reliance was there, SR was there, and Tata's strategic partner United was there, and there was money was spinning like anything, and he got sense, but he should have been blocked by the strengthness of the prosecution, speedness of the prosecution, and that should have been given. And he also got accused lawyers are getting the favorites of the BJP government. What to do? That was a strong case. He was showing strengthness. Even from this Rohtaki and Harish Salve coming to trial court and shouting, he was Ram Jethmalani coming to trial court and others. He has shown his mettle, but somewhere got messed. But he should not have as a judge. Even if people have offered him money or pampered him, he should not have. Whatever this thing. Being a journalist, I could have done all these things. Before cases reached to Sani and others, I could have also did this thing. Sometimes there are some lawyers argue with me. I tell them, why you argue with me? Because I wrote, you got the case. You should have think of some small commission from the legal fees you are getting as a friendly service charge. And some lawyers have said that we are happy to give you, because in 2G cases, the people who has landed in Maruti 800 car has started coming with trial court. Small-time lawyers started coming in Benz vans. So it's a huge money thing.
And we both toil in our engine boiler rooms, still sweating and still coming out with stories. Karmanyevadhikarasya ma phale sukadachana. Next question. Mr. Lee wants to know, is Modi government waiting for Shashi Tharoor to win Congress presidentship before switching gears on the Sunanda Pushkar murder case?
See, I will talk to the Sunanda Pushkar murder case only. I am not talking to this Congress president and other. I feel Kharge is the official candidate, and for conducting an election, Tharoor was only a Namke was the official dummy candidate. That's it. That's my assessment. For if no opposition is there, there is no election. So you need to conduct an election. After 22 years, you need to show you have conducted an election. So the family's candidate is Mallikarjun Kharge, and for election career you need a dummy candidate. Otherwise, you will say no election, nothing. So Tharoor is an official dummy candidate. That's what I can say. As far as Sunanda Tharoor case, what should I say? It was FIR was registered under 302. but the charge sheet was that too after Subramania Swami's intervention. 302 without naming anybody. Murder case was registered FIR, and AIMS AIMS has come out with a postmortem report of 12 injury marks in the body. Any husband would have gone to a jail if a small civil local mohalla surgeon says, I found such and such injury marks in the wife's body. Straight away, better you go take an auto rickshaw to go to the jail. This is AIMS has said. Then they were, after AIMS, they went to FBI. Why you want for FBI? FBI materials were given after 2 years. Then Swami went to court. We have seen the very bad judgment by Justice Muralidhar in that High Court case. Then Swami went to Supreme Court. Notices were issued. Then, before answering to Swami, Delhi police filed a charge sheet to nullify that Swami's that strengthness of the Swami's case, and that charge sheet diluted to abetment to suicide and a simple domestic violence case, and abetment to suicide, and the trial court judge was also gone in a bookish way, even though she spoke about 12 injury marks. If it is a good judge or tough judge, trial judge would have asked the investigator, Delhi police, to rewrite the charge sheet properly and probe into the 12 injury marks. So many times, so many judges has asked the Delhi police, what is your opinion on the 12 injury marks on body of Sunanda Pushkar? We are probing, sir. We are probing, sir. Why? Delhi police is under whom? Central Home Ministry, which is under the Modi government. Why? Ask the question. Yeah. How can I answer more?
So there is match fixing in cricket. There's match fixing in
what?
Neta Mafia wants to know, was Sunanda Pushkar's assets in Delhi the binami assets of Tharoor? And was it because of that he couldn't leave her even after Kochi IPL scam came out? You should read my book, Who Painted My Lust Red? It's in great detail given there. But your answer, Gopi.
No. Sunanda has 12, according to Tharoor's as a minister during Manmohan Singh's regime. He has given an affidavit where she herself has 12 flats in Dubai, and she has a huge armory of even Humayun's sword and others. But Tharoor said that my wife belongs to income tax because she is not an Indian citizen. He did not say she is a Canadian citizen. If the Prime Minister was strong, tell the citizenship. Yes, not but she is a Canadian citizen. And that IPL and others, that she herself has tweeted that. And anyway, leave it. I don't want to talk too much if the girl on that case, what to say.
M wants to know, Gopi sir, what happened to your case against PC on a senior counsel designation?
That what happened was I filed a complaint against two Chief Justices of India, and he has promptly, because my complaint was Chidambaram as an accused come to the trial court in Aircel Max's case in his senior lawyer attire. And I said that Nalini is also doing this way, using this thing. They are accused. They cannot use the senior title, this thing and all. So he has sent it to Bar Council, where they have registered from Chennai on that prop. And they have summoned Chidambaram on September 17, 2019. But Chidambaram was arrested by CBI in August. So after that, I also don't know what happened to the case Bar Council has. And I was told that they will also call me for this thing. I said, I am ready, but I didn't got anything. It is up to the Chennai Bar Council. Somebody can ask the Bar Council, Chennai Bar Council, what about that case? But that time, when Chidambaram was asked to come on September 17th, on August was the notice, but by August, CBI has to put him in jail. So I did not look into when a person is caught for Mercedes-Benz car or flyer chori, why should I go for a small cycle chori? Pencil chori.
Shashindra wants to know, will A.Raja and Thirumavallavan be barred from contesting elections since they are habitual offenders and always speak with the majority community against the majority community of the nation?
See, bar from election will happen only when you are convicted in a case above 3 years. 3 and more years, you are when you are convicted by the court of law in certain cases, you cannot. In traffic case, it's not an issue. Small cases, but prevention of corruption cases like 2G scam and others. But Thirumavallavan has no such cases. I don't know. You may have, it must be his vociferous speech or his that cases only with him. But as far as Prevention of Corruption Act, after conviction, like Lalu cannot contest for 20-25 years. That ends the career. Even the Prevention of Corruption Act, you are minimum 3 years, and ED cases minimum 3 to 7 years. You are convicted. When you are out from conviction, from the jail onwards, 6 years you cannot contest. So your entire youthfulness will go into the drain.
Sachin Sharma wants to know, sir, since 2014, how many properties have been attached by government/CBI/ED, but not out of how many have been actually recovered by the government, like auctioning?
That's a long road. Because attachment itself is good. Attachment itself is good, you cannot take anything. And property attachment is a slap. That's why in one case, Karthi gave attachment as a fixed DD, fixed FD, fixed deposit. Land attachment, if it is 100 crore worth land attachment, they are not looking the market. And when it is attached, it's enough. That's enough. Because nobody is going to get it. And then ED will say, I have to go to that. Even you are out from the trial court, they will go to Supreme High Court and up to Supreme Court. Whatever attached is with the ED, and ED will, after some 10-15 years, ED will be the world's largest land banker. I heard one ED director, Karnal Singh, told me they are now given a proposal to State Bank of India to become the custodian or the keeper of these lands. There are so much. It's a long process because ED, this 2012 onwards, this process started. That's a long process. One attachment, provisional attachment is enough. Then it is gone for a toss. That's why once Karthi was taken, he has given FD. Let FD go to hell. That money has gone. But if you go for a land or property, and Chidambaram's one property was in that Jorbag property, one portion is attached. There is no use for Chidambaram about that non-attached portion. One portion is attached, that itself is gone. And that ED can, after that, they can give it in auction. That process will, now this law has started only around 10 years, that auction will start. And after some years, ED will be the world's largest land banker.
Next question, please. I guess we are done with questions. Thank you very much, Gopi. It's late in night.
No issues. Long time we have been seen face to face, and I will come to your program. Whether you are not calling me or due to I think I must have said so many, because our newspaper journalism life ends by minimum 10 o'clock. That's the issue.
Yeah, we try to wind up by that time. That's because our viewers are going to bed. But today they stayed up and listened to you. Thank you so much, Gopi. And we'll be back again with Gopikrishnan by chance if something something happens in one of these cases, we'll be sure to have you again. We can go through the merits of that particular judgment. Thank you very much. Namaskar.